You ready?
No.
No.
Yeah. Hey,
How you
welcome.
doing?
I'm Mark Crandall.
I'm Brad Crandall.
We got Camera Cam. Hey.
Yeah.
Hello.
And that must mean it's time for Earth News.
Absolutely.
What are we offended about this week?
Hey, I got thick skin, but how about you?
It takes a lot. But, speaking of thick skin, how would you like to be wearing 90 t-shirts while running a marathon?
Oh my.
Sounds like a bit excessive. Well,
Crazy.
there's a Canadian runner that actually just ran a half marathon while wearing 90 t-shirts. A runner in Alberta had a half marathon attempted with a Guinness Book of World Records attempt by taking on the 13.1 mile course while wearing 90 t-shirts. Take a look at this. This is insane.
Wow.
I mean, it doesn't even look enjoyable. That's 90 t-shirts under there, right there. So David Illick, he ran Sunday's Hyperthermic Hall Marathon in Edmonton while wearing 90 t-shirts in an attempt to break the Guinness Book of World Records. The record before was 76 shirts, which was set by the British runner David Smith in 2019. It hurt, Illick told Global News after the race. It feels great to be done. I had an amazing team behind me. And he said he trained for 5 months before the attempt, but still hit some unforeseen difficulties from the weight and the constriction of his wardrobe. He had a lot of issues with the constriction on his arm in the first lap, and the crew was able to get him through that. So I don't know whether they stuck a wooden stick under the shirts, trying to be like, all right,
shoehorn.
let's get some, or just like a car jack, and they're like, all right, let's get this,
Right?
get some air under there.
Might have started off at extra small and then went his way through medium to
I know. So the evidence, though, it has to go to the Guinness Book of World Records for evaluation, and we'll see. Most likely after this airs, he did in fact break that record.
Right. Speaking about marathons, did you just run a marathon?
I did not. I was supposed to run a 5K. It was the Frozen 5K by the Cincinnati Cyclones, but it was actually canceled and rescheduled due to frozen conditions. So it's ironic. A Frozen 5K gets canceled because it's frozen out.
Right? That's
and then
great.
I couldn't wait, 3 weeks for the rescheduled race. So, I'm just gonna get my T-shirt, my medal, and no one's got to be the wiser, except of course our loyal audience out there.
Absolutely.
In my mind, I still ran a 5K.
Yeah, hey, there you go.
Hey,
Without even leaving
without even leaving the couch. It was great.
So, I have a great story for you folks. I don't know how great it is, but it's funny nonetheless, I think. An Iowa man was sentenced to life in prison over killing his friend over mayonnaise. And as you know, some people hate mayo on their sandwich, me being one of them. So
I think Cam hates
Cam.
mayo too.
So it makes complete sense to me. No,
I'm a pro mayo guy. I'm definitely pro mayo. Okay, you got your BLTs, they need mayo on that. Maybe your turkey clubs, same thing. Got bacon, needs some mayo. I have even once, dare I say it, put mayo on my hamburgers.
Or grilled cheese.
Oh, yeah.
I see people make grilled cheese.
I don't know.
I've heard people put it on steak and cheeses. No way.
No way.
The only thing,
pro mayo on steak.
maybe it's
cheese, too.
tiny bit on your tuna.
Oh,
That's it.
okay.
That's it.
All right, so he repeatedly ran over this guy with his truck. So Christopher Erlbacher, now 29, used his truck to ram Caleb Solberg, 30, outside a cafe in the small town of Pigza. The Des Moines reporter, Erlbacher, initially drove away, then came back and ran him over 2 more times. Two had been out drinking at a bar, and another person earlier in the night in nearby Moorhead, but things took a turn when Becker spread mayo on Sahlberg's food, which riled Sahlberg. It started it. So,
I just,
how
you know,
crazy is that?
dude, Mayo, this guy obviously had some prior aggression towards this kid.
I know, right?
To just, that's the final straw. The mayo on the sandwich.
He's like, I told you I don't like mayo.
It's like, if you ever put mayo on my sandwich again, I'm going to make sure that I run you over with my truck. And you know what? He probably followed through with the threat. And that was the issue. And now he's facing jail time.
Yeah,
obviously.
exactly. Hey,
And his friend's dead. Now you got your buddy. Your drinking buddy. You killed your drinking buddy. Jeez. All right. Well, let's try to lighten it up a little bit with a stunning sea of snow monsters that are taking over the volcanic mountainside in Japan. On the summit of volcano Mount Zao in Japan, about 220 miles north of Tokyo, an unusual natural phenomenon, Jesus, is happening right now, which gives birth to a snowy, monster-like figure every year. Now, at an elevation of more than 6,000 feet near the top of the volcano exists a land of snow monsters, a mountainside that's home to fleeting figures that come each winter and then fade away. It might sound like material for a kid's book, but believe it or not, these monsters are nothing to fear. They're just one of nature's unique creations that materialize in the wintertime. The strange occurrence, which the Japanese call Jonyo, leads to the creation of these thousands of snow monsters that rest on the mountain during the winter. Now, if you look at it right there, they don't really look like monsters, but they're ice formations, and it's just the weather there every winter. This happens. This is the real life Yeti.
Hey, that's cool.
You know?
That's cool. And speaking about monsters, do you know that the father of quantum physics was a pedophile?
What?
Yeah, it turns out Schrodinger is a monster, A recent investigation that resurfaced damned evidence that famed Erwin Schrodinger was a pedophile is continuing to make waves in the academic community. So, that's pretty crazy, right?
Yeah. So Schrodinger's cat, which he's famous for, which if you put a cat in a box, is the cat alive or dead?
To explain this theory is our quantum physics expert, Dr. Sukso.
Hi, thank you guys so much for letting me be here tonight. Yes, today I'm going to explain quantum physics. So, this is from a doctor from back in the day. And it's a theory that he put a cat in a box. So let's draw a little kitty. Okay. Kitty's inside the box. What's happening to the cat, we don't know, right? We do not know what's going on in the box. The only way we can find out is when the cat is out the box to see the results of how the cat's doing. So, quantum physics explains the unknown. So right now, poor kitty could be dead or alive. And that, my friend, is quantum physics.
Isn't there supposed to be like some poison or something?
Oh yeah. So when the cat when the guy put the cat in the box, he put poison. There's a little.
Or like something like that, an explosion or something. I don't know. No.
It was something that could kill the cat, possibly. But like I said, when it's in the box, it's the unknown. The poison, we don't know if it killed it or if it's still alive until we open the box. Quantum physics. Thank you.
But the guy was a pedophile.
Yes. We don't support that.
Right?
So it's kind of like a theory, but the guy's a pedophile.
Yeah,
so,
he admitted to impregnating a girl when she was 17, and he was in his mid-40s.
What do they call him? A chomo? I think that's the slang right now. Chomo.
Oh, is that what they call
Chomo,
them?
yeah.
Chomos? Oh,
That's
right.
what the kids these days are calling them.
Well,
Jeez. So Schrodinger, also a pedophile. More on Earth News after this. So an entire cabin was stolen in Michigan. Michigan State Police are now investigating, or seeking the help of the public to locate an unusual piece of stolen property, an entire log cabin. The Michigan State Police Houghton Lake Post said that the 12-foot by 28-foot cabin was originally located in Cold Springs Township. The MSP said the owners of the cabin recently reported it was missing, presumed stolen. The house is gone.
That's insane.
The entire house is just gone, disappeared. So, if you see any wide load trucks that are, carrying this thing, or who knows? I mean, 12 foot by 28 feet. That's it's not an easy thing.
Watch
to
my
just,
magic trick, cabin.
Yeah. Pay attention to my hand, and I'm gonna remove a
The
log
sheet,
cabin.
and boom, your cabin's gone.
It's
living
it's
in.
not one of those magician shows where they make it an entire boat disappear. This cabin actually did go.
Wow.
It's gone. They haven't found it since.
There was no mirrors used,
There
huh?
were no mirrors used
Wow.
in the kidnapping of this.
That's crazy.
30%. That cabin went missing.
Oh, I mean, yeah. What do they have in the cabin?
You know how expensive
hope they
wood
had-
is too nowadays?
Well, does renter's insurance pay off if there's no property?
I don't know. You know what else is an outrage about taking something that shouldn't have been taken? Alston, Brighton residents outraged after a 200-year-old beech tree was chopped down by a developer.
What?
Yeah, it was like a landmark there. They adored the tree, and the cutters came in and attacked the most significant tree on this whole site. It's a huge loss for our neighborhood. Boston City Council, Liz Brader said. It's really too bad,
I wonder if it was a developer. He was like,
It's a beautiful tree.
hey guys, here's 10K large if you take down that tree without telling it.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice,
Yeah,
oh,
we're
well,
gonna
that
build on
historic
it,
tree is gone now.
You know what I would say?
Guess we can build on
If they wanted to be very petty, they'd be like, "No, we're leaving the roof. we're
it.
leaving the stub. Yeah,
The
exactly.
roots, they're leaving the nub.
Yeah, the nub.
So, I got some other news. An exotic coatimundi was found wandering loose in North Carolina. Authorities in North Carolina said that the unusual exotic animal was captured while wandering in Raleigh. It's a white-nosed coatimundi. The Raleigh Police Department said that the coatimundi, a South American animal known as a coati, was found wandering Tuesday night, but they say it's closely related to raccoons, and it was found in the neighborhood of Enloe High School. So the coati was taken to an exotic veterinarian in the area, where it was later reunited with the owner. Raleigh currently allows the keeping of exotic animals as pets, but the city has been considering a new policy to regulate exotic and potentially dangerous animals after a venomous zebra cobra escaped from its owner in the city in the summer of 2021. So if you want exotic animals, go to Raleigh.
I would like a
You can collect
coatimundi.
them.
That
Yeah.
thing looked awesome. It's like
Isn't
a
it cool
lemur.
looking?
Yeah, it's like a lemur. It's
Mhm.
like something else. Speaking about rare animals,
Yeah.
did you hear about the very rare baby ghost shark found by scientists? Scientists in New Zealand have discovered a newly hatched ghost shark, which they say could inform their knowledge on the mysterious creature. It was found at the depths at around 1,200 meters, about 3,900 feet, on the Chatham Rise, an area of the ocean floor off the east coast of South Island. And yeah, pretty cool.
That's wild. That's wild. Yeah, ghost zebra. Sure.
All right, it looks
just or ghost shark. That's cool. That looks like a horror movie monster though. That belongs up on the Zungyo, in the Japanese mountainside right there.
I don't know,
One of those monsters,
not the quantum physics.
Not the quantum physics guy. No, Schrodinger. He's not allowed up there
No.
anymore. There's kids up there. He's long dead. So I do have some unfortunate news. If you were baptized by an Arizona priest, you may have your baptism declared invalid. So a Arizona priest was using the word "we" and during baptism, and apparently it's invalid. It makes the baptism invalid. So he resigned from the Diocese of Phoenix after diocese. Yeah, sure, why not? After officials announced that the single changed word invalidated all the baptisms that he performed up until June 2021. All of them performed by Reverend Andres Arango until June 17th, 2021 were invalid because that priest said "we" instead of the word "I" when reciting the phrase, "I baptize you in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit." This dude invalidated so many baptisms that in his retirement he apologized and said that he will work to find and help the thousands of babies that he baptized.
Wow.
Now, I should mention that after his resignation, it's interesting to say that the diocese posted a form online for anyone affected by the invalidated baptisms. Officials also said that other sacraments, including marriage, might need to be repeated if they followed an invalid baptism.
God.
This dude.
This dude is in deep.
This dude.
He's in too deep right there.
Yikes. So he resigned in quite a
That's
hurry.
a good move. I mean, I probably would too.
But he said that for the rest of his life he will work to remediate as many of those as he can.
His life is defined now.
Can you imagine like getting a knock on the door and be like,
Yeah,
hey, by the way.
Yeah, I need another wedding. And I'd just be like, yeah, bye.
Your marriage
We're not
certificate.
interested.
Just
the
like,
door.
we're married. We're
Yeah,
married.
we're
We
not
filed our
interested.
taxes already. Get out of here.
Get off my doorstep.
Yeah.
So speaking about keeping the faith,
Oh,
Whoa, what do you got?
yep. So there was a baby born on a century mark, of course, known as Tuesday. That's the February 22nd, Tuesday, 2022. It's a lot of twos.
Yeah.
At 2:22 a.m. there was a baby born in North Carolina, and she is a little gift of God because the mother actually is a Hodgkin's lymphoma survivor.
Whoa.
And so they named her Judah Grace.
Ah. Yeah.
I heard about that.
I heard they, as soon as she was born, she was gifted a tutu.
That's so
A
awesome.
tutu to wear on
That's so good.
Tuesday.
But sorry to burst a good bubble.
Uh-oh. What do you got?
There's some serious news here on Earth News sometimes.
We only report the most serious of news. on
Security
it.
footage captures these birds with yellow heads, like a whole flock of them crashing in Chihuahua, Mexico. You guys gotta see this video. Let's see.
It's like there's a bolt of lightning that just
I
happened.
know,
and it's like,
right?
boom.
The flock of
Just-
yellow-headed blackbirds suddenly dropped from the sky on the street in northern Mexican state of Chihuahua. I don't know, like.
Well, they said they think that what happened was that the flock of birds, there was some kind of like movement, or one of the leaders just decided that they were going to nosedive. And in the video, you can see a bunch of birds actually getting back up, but a few of them stayed down, unfortunately.
Well, it's crazy because some say it was inhaling toxic fumes, some say it was 5G, some say something to do with a magnetic pole. So it's kind of.
Some people blame Canada.
Yeah,
It's nuts, I don't condone blaming Canada, but some people are out there. Some people are crazy.
Right,
Speaking
yeah,
of crazy, there's a reported body behind a motorcycle store found to be a discarded mannequin. So police in Malaysia said that a reported body wrapped in plastic sheets behind a motorcycle shop turned out to be a discarded mannequin after police in Shah Amanah were summoned to a commercial area on Tuesday when bystanders reported what seemed to be a human being wrapped in plastic tossed behind the store. Now, investigators, they cordoned off the area and the scene was cleared. And when officers removed the plastic sheets, they determined that that reported body was a discarded mannequin. There is no evidence of foul play, criminal acts, but the mannequin, unfortunately, didn't make it.
Oof.
It won't be in any stores soon.
It's
unfortunate. It's unfortunate.
It should be.
Should be.
Burned mannequin.
That's don't treat mannequins like that. Mannequins are people too.
Absolutely. Hey, speaking, Cam has a story. I don't think it's about mannequins, but I think it's something to do with Utah.
Oh, yeah. So, a lovely thing happened at McDonald's over in Midville, Utah, where a 4-year-old shot at a policeman. Now, it was because, of course, the father told him to. It was all over a wrong order. So, but no one died. Just the father was arrested, and I don't know. Hopefully, the kid has a good future. But right.
Yikes.
Kid was already involved in.
I think that kid's right up there with the Harambe.
Oh,
The kid that wandered in there. Not looking good for that guy. Over at McDonald's. Is that a caller? Do we have a caller?
Hello.
Oh, hey.
Oh,
Hi.
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 Hi, I'm a biggest fan of you guys.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I
That's
actually
awesome.
come from a hometown of Brockton, and I don't know if you guys heard, but recently 2,000 people got their driver's license without having a road test.
Wow.
Yes, and I'm one of
In
them. I got my
Brockton.
license, and I'm driving right now, watching you guys.
Oh,
wow.
Well, be
Never
careful.
taking a
operating
road
motor
test.
vehicle.
Yeah, take it easy over there.
All
Make
right,
sure,
thank you so
hands on
much.
10 and 2. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Oh,
Look out!
Firefighters that race to the rescue for what they think is a trapped person in a lake that turns out to be a mannequin head.
Ah.
So Friday afternoon, Station 21 was dispatched to the area of Lake Monroe Spillway in Indiana after a report of a person's head sticking out of the ice. Upon their arrival, they immediately began rescue operations. They actually showed up in ice suits, crawled on the ice to make the rescue. While making their way to the victim, rescuers realized that the head had been severed from a clothing store mannequin and tossed out on the ice. So, people, please treat your mannequins with respect.
I know.
That's all I'm saying.
What the
You
heck?
got police showing up for a back of a motorcycle store mannequin in a body and plastic sheets, and then you got these firefighters going onto a frozen lake, risking their lives to save a person that's actually just a mannequin head
Right.
sticking out. Look at, they got those poor guys.
Oh gosh, that's crazy.
I bet they probably were like, all in a day's work.
Alright.
All in a day's work.
So yeah, I got something too. Remember how the M&M got changed into like couldn't have those like.
Oh, she wasn't
girl
sexy
legs
anymore.
Yeah, couldn't
she
make her sexy anymore.
couldn't make the sexy M&M.
Space Jam. You couldn't be sexy.
Oh,
Babs
Babs,
anymore.
but yeah.
And now they've gone after Minnie Mouse.
No.
Her dress was too offensive apparently.
Leave
and now
the mouse
she's in a
alone.
pantsuit.
What?
Hear about that?
The pants?
They're making Minnie Mouse wear a pantsuit now.
What's next? Mickey has to put a shirt on? What's going on?
Well,
Donald has to
Donald
wear
has
pants.
to wear
No,
underwear?
Donald better not wear pants.
What is it?
No.
Donald wears pants. That'll be the day.
It's like, that's how Donald gets mad. But I always got some lighter news to lighten the mood because a zoo is now hiring a Marvin Gaye impersonator to get their monkeys in the mood.
Whoa.
Yeah, so a British zoo is aiming to bolster its population of endangered monkeys. They hired a Marvin Gaye impersonator to visit the enclosure and croon love songs. And we got something right there
Is it working?
Oof, talk about some sexual healing.
Yeah, when I get that feeling. You want. Anyway, so the Trendham Monkey Forest in Stafford, England, is experienced. They're doing a Marvin Gaye impersonator. This guy is performing selections from the Soul's legendary catalog, including "Let's Get It On" and "Sexual Healing."
He's been helping relationships.
I mean, it's the macabre, or they thought it would be a creative way to encourage their females to show off a little affection. And the males that have been not so lucky in love might get lucky. Now, females in season do mate with several males, so paternity is actually shared and never known. Each birth is vital to the species, with Barbary macaques, I think it's macaques, being classified as endangered. Lavatte said that, Matt Lavatte of the zoo director said that zookeepers expect to discover whether the visit had any effect on the monkeys when birthing season arrives in late spring or early summer. So what better than a Marvin Gaye?
Well, I think we about ran out of time here.
I
Let me
think
just
so.
squeeze in one quick story. That life may actually flash before your eyes, like when you die.
Oh.
Isn't that crazy? New data from a scientific accident has suggested that life may actually flash before your eyes. So, hey,
Flash
when
of
you die,
light.
You got something to look forward to, I guess.
There you go, that
It's a
last
quick
little
flash,
flash.
of your life.
And
So
not-
get out there and live the life you want to live.
Not
okay?
the Mardi Gras flash, the camera flash.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And don't
absolutely.
kill people over mayonnaise.
And for gosh sakes, protect the mannequins. You know what I'm saying? Alright, let's wrap it up. I'm Art Crandall.
I'm Brad Crandall.
Got Cam on the cam.
Good job, Cam.
Till next time.